Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me today on the Earrings by Angela podcast. Today, we are going to talk about better communication. Now, this is an extension of the 7 Reasons to Vibe Higher blog post that I wrote. And, sometimes you can write things and there's more things to be said. So that's why we're having these other discussions, and I'm breaking down each of the 7 reasons, which in essence are associated with each of the 7 chakras, which will help you to vibe higher. Okay, so let's talk about better communication. Where do we start with that? Listen, sometimes when asked a question, we become very listen, you have to say either yes or no. So you get an invite from one of your girlfriends. Hey, I want to invite you to my son's birthday party, even though you don't have children. And she said, will you be able to attend? And you say, you know what? I'll try to make it. Listen, girl, let's keep it real for a minute. Now, when she asked you that question, you knew whether or not you were within the first 5 to 10 seconds, whether or not you really wanted to go, right? Keep it real. What do you want to do? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. So if in your gut you felt like, man, why would I go to a kid's birthday party? And I don't even have children. I want to support her, but I'm really just not feeling it. How about you tap into that honesty and your response is just, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not going to, be able to make it. Well, no, actually, you could say something else, however you want to phrase it. But say, no, I'm just not going to come, but thank you for the invite. Find a nice way to say it. But when questions are asked to you, you know what our cop-out word is try. Notice how I brought that in, because there is no try, you guys. Either you're going to do it or you're not. So that is one way of learning to use your voice. And how you get to that level is you ask that question. What do I want? Many times we feel like we're being selfish by asking that question. I'm going to say that. And I said we because I am involved in that. But I've learned, what do I want? Do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? And that is you being honest. That is you exercising your inner truth. And that is you learning how to honestly and sufficiently use your voice. Start with that question. What do I want to do? Not what does this person want me to do? Or I should because whatever, they're going to think this. And then we go down that hall, that whole laundry list of, well, if I don't go, they're going to think this. And we start worrying about what other people think. Listen, did you hear me when I said in another episode, the awesome quote, what other people think about you is none of your business. It all boils down to, what do you want to do? You can find, if you really want to support, the birthday thing and don't want to go, there's other ways to do that. Send a card. Happy birthday, such and such. You've acknowledged it. You didn't have to be there because you work with children. You didn't feel like being around all the children because this is your only last day to relax. That sounds horrible, maybe, but it's not, because self-care is very important. So that is the exercise that I use when I want to vibe higher. Because if I even start doubting I'm like, oh man, no, what do I want? What do I want? You know, here in Wisconsin, it's cold because we're in the winter. And do I really want to leave my warm, cozy house? And I already set my mind on binge watching, you know, a series on Netflix or catching up, because I don't get that luxury all the time to just lay around for 4 hours. I might do 4 episodes depending on what it is, but I really just want to catch up. And, you know, it's cold outside, I'm warm, I'm drinking my tea, whatever. This is how I'm, you know, chilling out on a Friday night. And then you get that call like, hey, you want to come out? Out? It is 19 degrees outside. It is close to 10 o'clock. I don't think so. You know, I could have said, you know, I can try to make it. But why? Is that for me or is that for them? I really want to stay in. So I'm going to be like, hey, girl, I'm going to have to pass today. Catch me next time. I'm over here doing my thing right now. And they get it. They get it because, you know, I get it when they don't want to do anything. But that's me speaking my truth. I'm being honest about what I really want to do in this moment and for the rest of the night. Whew, how many of y'all be Netflixing? That's me. I'm raising my hand, y'all. That's awesome. But, you know, that's how we start to be honest, you know, and that'll help you better in customer service as well. You know, you may have someone that says, hey, are you able to create this for me? And if you're not able to do it, you know, or you don't have the time, lead them to someone who can. Be helpful, be giving, you know, so the problem is still being solved. Maybe you're just not able to do it, you know, but be honest, you know, and really strive to learn what your voice is and what your inner truth is, because that's when you get respect. You know, that's how you earn respect from others, is being a person of your word. Hey, no, I'm being honest with you, not going to be able to do that. Or, yes, I can help you with that. I can do that. Or, yes, I can do this. But leave the word try and maybe out. That's a cop-out. You guys, you know, it's not fair to the person or to ourselves if we're lying. And then people also, you'll respect yourself more for being able to make those decisions and being like, you know what? I'm standing on my word. I'm not indecisive about it. This is concrete. This is solid. You know, it's going to pour over into everything else when you have to make bigger decisions. But they start small. Start with the smaller ones. And that's how your voice is going to grow and is going to, you know, make you more confident. And, you know, you can have your self-expression, things that we talked about in the other chakras. But once you have mastered those, now you know, like, I am confident enough to say no. And guess what? Your no is enough. You don't need to explain. Your no is enough. Listen, here's the thing. I'm gonna give you the lesson that my mother gave me. And because I used to be a yes person in my 20s and 30s. Okay, I'll do it. And I didn't want to do it. And she leaned up against the counter one day. I was visiting her at home, and she's like, Angela. She leaned up against the counter, and she said, Angela. I was like, yes, mama, because, you know, we always turn back into a little girl. Yes. Yes, ma'am. She said, you need to learn the power of no. And I said, what do you mean? She said, you trying to please too many people. Are you pleasing yourself? Listen, this is how you say no. This is her lesson to me, y'all. I'm giving it to you. So you get Mama Hamilton's lesson. She said, watch how easy it is. And I'm going to do it in slow motion. Ask me something. And I said, okay. I said, Mama, can you go to the store and get... She said, no. She said, let me repeat that in slow motion. And she moved her head from left to right. And she's like, no. And she did a replay. My mama's so funny, y'all. But she said, you see, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't have to tell you why I'm not doing it, but you just know it's not getting done. Now figure out something else. I was like, for real? You know, and so I had practiced it so much with my son, y'all, when he was a teenager, and he would come to me, Mom, can I? No. He's like, you don't even know what I want. I said, I'm just practicing. What you need? Then when he tell me, I'm like, oh no, I was right. Nope. I'm not doing it. It's not, nope, not going to be able to do it. You're going to have to figure out something else. How are you going to problem solve? I'm not riding you and your friends around. How about you take the bus? You know, that sort of thing. Or, Mama, can I help? Nope. So I got so strong, I had to practice with my son, y'all, because teenagers will try to run you over. But I had to practice there first. And it became, a way of life. And then so now, as an adult, he thinks before he asks me anything. Well, I know you're going to say no. Well, then don't ask me. Or you're probably going to say, well, if you think I'm going to say no, you might not want to ask me. Because you already got the answer. Because, I'm pretty solid on it. I got this thing on lock now. But it is very freeing. I'm not stressing myself about doing anything that I don't want to do. And when you learn the power of your yes and the power of your no, people know that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. Hello, somebody. That was from my daddy. He'd be like, mean what you say and say what you mean. Oh, okay. So that is a lesson in how to learn how to strengthen your voice and speak your truth, and don't waver from it. Practice makes you better, doesn't make you perfect, because perfection is a myth. If you've ever taken any of my jewelry classes, my wire wrap students know I say perfection is a myth, but you practice to be better and to master. Okay? So, how are you using your voice? Share something cool with us in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's continue the conversation. This is awesome. Thank you for tuning in today to this series. And I always tell you, vibe higher. Keep vibing high. And if you're wondering how to do that, if you need the actual action steps and the lessons, you can join our boot camp when it opens for enrollment. You can start with the mini challenge, 7 days to a better you. And that link is available to you in the comments. So until next time, you guys, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on a series or a podcast episode. But most importantly, keep high vibing, and I will talk to you all soon.